Hello, first graders. Today is week 9, day 2, but if we are following along on our 3 weeks of instruction, you will see that it is week 3, day 2 in our green packet. So notice how I have my green packet out, green packet here. We are on week 3, day 2, and today this will be our literacy video. So today we have verbs, sight word practice, and reading comprehension. Alright, so this is our last day of literacy. Let's finish strong. And here we go. So identifying verbs. Now remember, verbs are action words. They are an action. They tell us what the noun is doing. So it tells us what our person, place, thing, animal is doing. So a verb is an action. Okay? So it says circle the verb in each sentence. Color a picture to match. Alright, so first I will start by reading each of these sentences to you. Okay, so I'll read them once. If you have to, you can rewind, go back so you can hear them again. But I'm going to read them once, and I want you to practice reading them on your own. Okay, so the first one is Tom is reading a book. 2, Ben is riding his skateboard. 3, Kim is listening to music. 4, Jen is sleeping. 5, Jim is playing with his rocket and spaceship. Now, as I'm reading these, I hope you're thinking, what is my action word? What is telling me what the noun is doing? Okay, so 6, Beth is writing a letter. 7, Jack is cutting the paper. 8, John is kicking the ball. 9, Kate is painting a picture. 10, Juan is mailing a letter. Alright, so now that I read them all, I'll read the directions one more time. It says circle the verb in each sentence. Color a picture to match. Okay, so I would first read. So if I'm you, I would say, Tom is reading a book. Okay, so I know that Tom is my noun, but I want to find a verb, right? The verb. So Tom is reading a book. Action. Reading is an action. That tells me that Tom is reading. That's the noun that tells me what Tom is doing. So our verb, reading, or our verb is reading. So I'd circle reading. Now, I would go up and draw a picture of Tom reading. So I'm going to just color it all the same color. You don't have to spend too much time on this, but here's Tom reading. Now, I'm just doing a quick color, mainly just to tell me that I figured out this verb, this action word, okay? Maybe if you have some extra time in your day, you're feeling really bored, maybe you want to get detailed and color a pretty picture, but it's really just for the sake of crossing it off. Okay, so I'm going to do one more with you. Ben is riding his skateboard. Okay, well, I know Ben is my noun. That tells me who, that's the person, is riding his skateboard. Now, what is the action word? Skateboard might seem like an action word, but it's not, right? That's another noun. A skateboard is a thing. What is telling me what Ben is doing? It says he is riding. Riding is a verb. It is an action word. So I would circle riding, my verb, and then I would color the picture of Ben riding his skateboard. So looking at my pictures, this person Ben right here, he's riding a skateboard, so this must be the picture I color. There we go. That's all for verbs today, or that's all you need to know for verbs. So you guys should be able to do the rest. If you're having difficulty reading the sentence, you can go back and listen to me read it, or rewind and listen to me read it, okay? So for our sight word practice today, we have some. So some. Okay, so I'm not going to get too in-depth with this because we've done a few of these already. So you're going to find and circle it. So read all these words, circle the ones that say some. I would circle some. So keep finding all the words that say some. Then we come over here. We trace it, S-O-M-E, some. Okay, now over here, match the color with the number. So 1 is red, 2 is brown, 3 is yellow, 4 is green. Now I go and highlight some. So I read all the words. Some, put, her, stop, old, some, walk. So highlight some. Now I come here to put it in a sentence. May I have some pie? So I write it in a sentence. Remember, our small letters touch the bottom line and go up to the middle line. We don't have any tall letters, so we shouldn't even come above this middle line. Okay, and then it's give him some water. Now boxing it up over here, remember what I said? Our letters are all small letters, so we don't have anything coming above the dotted line. So some, S-O-M-E, and then we cut it out. Down here we cut it out, and we paste it in the box so we can correctly spell out some, S-O-M-E. Alright, so that does it for our sight word. And today's reading comprehension is dealing with that ER ending. Okay, so ER ending, it's an ER blend. It goes I want you to say that with me. Okay, and since this is taking place of our reading fluency passage, I would like you to read this 3 times, okay? So after I read this once, I want you to pause the video and practice reading it 3 times to yourself. Now, remember what the text says, okay? Because you will be answering questions about the text, alright? So, remember what we read. Bert the beaver lives at the river with his sister Jennifer and his father Ernie. They run a clever business together. Jennifer is a sweater maker. She makes her sweaters look perfect. Ernie is a truck driver who sells the sweaters to others in town. Ernie brings back logs to give to Bert. Bert is a dam builder. He builds dams in the center of the river. His dams are greater than any others. What a clever business these beavers have. Okay, so it's your turn to pause the video and read it 3 times. Alright, thank you for pausing that video, boys and girls. Now we come on down here to our question, and it says, where do Bert, Jennifer, and Ernie live? So we are going to go find that in our text and underline or highlight it in red. Okay, so in red, it's our text evidence. So highlight, annotate your text in red. Where do Bert, Jennifer, and Ernie live? And you can say, Bert, Jennifer, and Ernie live in. So you could say live in blank. So you could write it out, full sentence. Start your sentence with a capital. And what I want you to notice is if you're using multiple names, boys and girls, you need to capitalize names. Proper nouns are very important. So we have to capitalize proper nouns, which are names. So if it's Bert, that's a name, Jennifer's a name, and Ernie is a name. All of them get capitalized, even if they are in the middle of a sentence. So start the sentence with the capital, capitalize our names, make sure our words make sense, and we have punctuation at the end. Bert, Jennifer, and Ernie live in blank. What does Jennifer make? Okay, so I go find this in orange. So orange is what I wanna highlight and annotate my text in. So I find my text evidence of what does Jennifer make, and I would write it out. Jennifer makes, and then you list it out. What does Jennifer make? Okay, so Jennifer makes, list it out. I have a capital at the beginning. All the names are capitalized. My words make sense, and I have punctuation at the end. for the last one, we're going to find this in green. Okay, so it says, what is Ernie? So tell us what Ernie is. Now, we know that Ernie is a beaver, okay? So that's not what it's asking us. It's more so asking us, what is Ernie's job? Okay, so I want you to remember, what is Ernie's job? And I want you to highlight or annotate our text evidence in green. Okay, so tell me, it says, what is Ernie? You would say, Ernie is a blank, and tell me what Ernie is. Okay, so you're capitalizing the beginning of the sentence, capitalizing all names. Our words make sense, and we have punctuation at the end. Okay, so that does it, boys and girls. That is all we have for literacy this year. Give yourselves a pat on the back because you have now officially graduated from first grade literacy. Okay, so again, just like math, I would like you to save as much as you can from these packets that we don't get covered, just so that you have something to practice on a rainy day, something to practice on a long road trip, and so that we're just ready to come into second grade with everything we learned from first grade. Okay, so our second grade teachers are going to be very impressed if we can maintain these skills over the summer and come in ready to rock and roll and master our second grade literacy. Okay, so that does it. Congratulations. We'll see you guys next year.